Hello, this is Brother David from GMS Detroit. I'd like to say all praise to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Karkadash, double honor to the elders, apostles of GMS who rule well. Shalom to the hopeful elect out there. With that being said, we're going to get to a quick lesson. And I stumbled across this short video, and I just want you to check it out. When you see these other groups like IUIC, you see them marching, you see ISP UK, you see them boxing and doing all these damn drills and whatnot. Ain't nothing you can do to prepare you for this right here, Jake.
Check these things out. These are machine gun mounted robot dogs, like straight out of Black Mirror. Can you imagine coming up against one of these on the battlefield? Now, for now, they're being controlled remotely, but they have the capabilities to have these autonomously roll around. And they've got telescopic vision. Apparently, when they're just set out on full AI mode, they've got 99% accuracy with telescopic. How can you go up against that? The wars of the future, don't sign up. Don't sign up for these wars of the future. Don't. Check these things out. These are machine gun mounted robot dogs.
So they let them loose on your ass, Jake. You ain't no winning against
coming
that,
up
man.
against one of these.
You can't go up against this thing carnally, man. You can't go up against Esau using his motherfucking blessing. So let's get to that. Let's get to Esau blessing. This is Genesis 27. Okay, hold on. Okay, we're going to start at verse 34. When Esau heard his father's words, he let out a loud and bitter cry. "Oh, my father, what about me? Bless me too," he begged. It says, verse 35, it says, but Isaac said, and that was for 34 before that. This is verse 35. But Isaac said, your brother was here and he tricked me. He has taken away your blessing. Esau exclaimed, no wonder his name is Jacob. For now he has cheated me twice. First he took my rights as the firstborn, and now he has stolen my blessing. Oh, haven't you saved even one blessing for me? And Isaac said to Esau, I have made Jacob your master. It says, and have declared that all the brothers will be his servants. It says, I have guaranteed him an abundance of grain, wine, what is left for me to give you, my son. Esau pleaded. It says, but do you have only one blessing, oh my father? Bless me too. Then Esau broke down and wept. Finally, his father Isaac said to him, it says, you will live away from the richness of the earth, and always from the dew of heaven above, and will live by your sword, and you will serve your brother. But when you decide to break free, you will shake his yoke from your neck. So nevertheless, this is the NLT, and you get a better understanding. And let's see if we can break it down. Esau wept, KJV. Let's get that. Okay, and this is Genesis 27 and 3. And it says, and when Esau heard the words of his father, he cried with a great and exceeding bitter cry, and said unto his father, bless me, even me also, O my father. It said, and he said, thy brother has come with subtlety and have taken away thy blessing. It says, and he said, is not he rightly named Jacob? For he have supplanted me these 2 times. He took away my birthright, and behold, now he have taken away my blessing. And he said, hast thou not reserved a blessing for me? And Isaac answered and said unto Esau, behold, I have made him the Lord, and all his brethren have I given to him for servants, and with corn and wine I have sustained him. And what shall I do now unto thee, my son? And Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And said, and Isaac said, Father answered, and Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and the heaven of dew, and and of the dew of heaven from above. It says, and the sword, and by thy sword shall thou live, and shall serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck. So nevertheless, that one main blessing we was focusing on today is and by the sword shall thou live, and that's Esau, the master of weaponry. And if we get back to that video, we get back to that video showing that Esau, um, the master of weaponry, fires um, mounting them to fucking robots and shit, and having this AI control them and hunting you down, Jake. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, we know this devil had but a short time. Let's get that scripture. And that's why he's putting out all stops. He had but a short time. That's why he's putting out all stops. Revelation 12:12, it says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe unto the inhabitants of earth and of the sea. It says, for the devil will come down on you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time. And yeah, this is a sign of his wrath that he got for you, Jake. Hey, man, he not gonna even have the human element involved. He gonna program that shit just for you to kill them damn drones and robots, man. He gonna program it, push the button, and send it out there to hunt. And it's not going to even involve the human element where you can, where once probably was a soldier back in the day, and the soldier, you got to remember, even when Esau was fighting the damn Germans over there, and when it came around Christmas time, they started playing fucking Christmas Christmas carols and shit, and did a ceasefire, you know, to after Christmas passed over. I mean, to after Christmas, and then them Edomites went back to fighting each other. So just showing you that that sense of companionship, or a civilization, being civilized, that they can stop the war. They can stop it fighting if they want to. You know what I'm saying? Even for a made up ass idle holiday, such as Christmas. But nevertheless, when he programmed the shit into these robots, ain't no stopping them. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no stopping. These robots ain't got a conscience. You know what I'm saying? They just push button on, push go on these, and they out there hunting you down, Jake. You know what I'm saying? So that's why scripture said, hey, man, this devil's coming on you having great wrath, because he know you have but a short time, man. Because we see the prophecies of the scriptures rolling off the page. Hey, day by day, we getting closer and closer and closer. They just moved the doomsday clock up. You know what I'm saying? And so every day we getting closer to World War III. Nukes are going to be involved. And once they launch one nuke, they all going to launch. You understand? So nevertheless, yeah, man. So we as a faithful servants, we just got to keep on enduring, man. We got to keep on enduring and prepare ourselves for the worst, and make sure that we can make sure we doing right in the eyes of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, because that's the only help that we gonna really have out here. That's the only help that we gonna have out here. You understand? That is the only help that we have. This is John 15:5 says, I am the vine, ye are the branches, he that abideth in me, and I in him, the same bringeth forth much fruit. For without me, ye can do nothing. And yeah, Jake, that's how it's going to be. For without Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, we can do nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? Look what you're going to be up against. You're going to be up against a fucking robot with a machine gun strapped to it. You know, just programmed to kill anything that's shit that's giving off a heat signature. You understand? And, you know, with all this technology, man, they might have your fucking face implanted in the memory bank. You know, that's easy. That's easy for Esau to do. That's nothing. You know, every nigga, every Jake that stared their face into this got their face on the internet. Every Jake got their face digitally implanted in the memory bank of these damn computers. So it's nothing for them to program your face in these damn in a robot and have that robot on a mission to kill you, just like fucking Terminator, man. So without Yahweh Shai, we had nothing, man. We can't fight up against this thing, man. We got to be wise as serpents. Let's get the scriptures. That's why we are commanded to be. Matthew 10:16. It says, "Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as dove." That's why we are commanded to be wise as serpents and harmless as dove, man. We're not out here trying to match Esau's weapon. We can't fight Esau like that. We can't fight him carnally, man. Second Corinthians 10:4. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Yahweh to the pulling down the strongholds, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, and bringing into captivity every thought of obedience of Hamashiach. And yeah, our weapons are not carnal, man. You know what I said? We got to depend on our spiritual warfare, man. We got to depend on our spiritual gifts, man. You understand? And our spirit, the Lord's gonna give us spiritual power, man. We gotta depend on that, man. We gotta depend on our riches in heaven that we just stored up, man. You know what I'm saying? What have we done? Have we gained Yahweh Hashem Yahushua's trust? Have we gained? Do he know that we really have faith in him? And you know what I'm saying? Do he know that we really are dependent on him? You understand? So hey, you're gonna be you can't match a weapon for weapon. Only weapon you got is Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Hey, so we gonna depend on him. We gonna depend on him. Like he said in that John 15:5. You know, if without me you have nothing. So we gotta have something. We gotta have him. And part of that starting off is knowing that name, man. You know, like you got IUIC abandoning the name again. That just show you that they're not men of the Lord, man. They abandoned the land. You know, they Yahweh and all this other stuff, just like the cracker do. You know what I'm saying? He never, you know what I'm saying? He never, you know, very seldom you hear this guy say Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Most High Christ blessed and all this is dancing around the word, the names. But that's all right. Because just like last year, and right before it got, because you know IUIC come downtown Detroit, but they only come out when it's nice. Then you ain't gonna catch it. We was at camp yesterday. Was they there? No. We was out in that blistering cold, you know what I'm saying? In season, out of season, preaching the word, like as the scripture said, doing what we are called to do. Was IUIC there? No. They'd be down there and give it a couple of months. April, May, they'd show up. You know, with their bullfrog, their bullhorns and everything. So nevertheless, it was a heckler come down there, and we got 3 camps down there. They went all past our camps and went right to IUIC camp and started heckling them and caused a big commotion with IUIC. But we got 3 camps down there. They avoided our camp, and that was all spiritual. Because why? Because we using the name. You know what I'm saying? We got the name. The name of the Lord is a strong tower. Let's get that. This is Proverbs 18 and 10. It says the name of the Lord is a strong tower. The righteous run into it and it's safe, man. And that's what we dependent on, that name, man. We depended on that name, and GMS, we got that name. Our 3 camps down there pushing and believing and hoping on that name, man, every day, right? And here it is, they call it Most High Christ blessed and Yahweh now, man. And who the heck will go down there and get? And that's just how it's going to be when it come down to on these troops. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to see peep out the brilliantness of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, how he's setting this thing up. We need Israelites groups like that because that's going to take the fall, man. Because it's true, the true men of the Lord, hey, they going to be hid away, man. We're going to be hid away from the man that got power to kill, as the scriptures say, man. And we're going to need these Israelite groupies, these Israelite wannabes, these Israelite imposters. It's going to take the fall for us, man. While we being hid out. Maybe even in plain sight. Never know, man. So let the robots go run and march them down, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Okay. So yeah, we just gotta endure, man, and keep up the good work, the good fight, man. Keep the good fight, man. Our faith will be tested, man. Our faith will be tested, man. You know what I'm saying? And if we haven't stored up no treasures in heaven and showing the Lord that we really believe in him and have faith in him, then hey man, you're gonna be easy food, man. You're gonna be easy work and easy food for you're gonna be low hanging fruit for whatever Esau want to happen to you, man. You know what I'm saying? It says this is Acts 14 and 22, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in faith. And that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Yeah, and this is that tribulation that we're going through right now, man. This is that tribulation that's going to get worse, man. Once they start letting the robots loose on the nigga, man. And we're gonna have to stay, hey, man. We ain't got nothing. We gonna jump out the bushes and with our hands up and say, "Oh, you got us." Nah, man. Hey, we gonna resist, man. And if hey, we gonna run. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get out of there. You know, but if they catch us, they corner us, where they gotta take us in, we gonna go in, and we gonna go in with the praising with the praises of the Lord on our lips and our mind, man, and just waiting for Him to deliver us, because we gonna have the stories of Daniel in our mind. Daniel's in the lion's den. We gonna have that in our mind. We got the stories of Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego. We gonna have those stories in our mind. You understand? Peter and Paul, we're gonna have those stories of them. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have those stories in our mind to remind us of our power, man, and what our power can do. You know what I'm saying? Revelations 2 and 10. Let's see. Revelation 2 and 10. Yeah, this says, fear none of these things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison. It says that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give you a crown of life. Hey, yeah, we got to be faithful unto death, man. Let no man take that crown, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, this is what we've been working for, man. This is what you've been hitting the highway of hedges for. This is what you've been paying your tithes for. This is what you've been trying to be obedient for. This is what you've been put off the old man for. You didn't try to be a new man. This is what you was learning Hebrew for. This is how you showing your obedience, man. Showing the Lord that you're gonna at least try. You at least try. You know, now you might not be the most talented, student or the most brightest student, or the most sharpest knife in the drawer, but you still trying. You know what I'm saying? The Lord see you while you catching the bus to camp. Some brothers ain't got cars. Some brothers got to catch cabs. Some brothers got to catch Ubers. Some brothers got to jump on the iron pimp, that bus. You understand? And that count, man. That's storing up your treasures in heaven. The Lord see that, man. Because if you didn't have faith, you stay your ass in the bed, right? You stay. Are you join IUIC where you can be a slothful servant, man? They ain't got to do much. You know what I'm saying? Just march around with fringes on all day. You know what I'm saying? And give half wrong breakdowns of the scripts. You know what I'm saying? You join IUIC or some shit like that, man. So nevertheless, man, hey, we see what's headed our way. Hey, we gotta keep on enduring, man. As a good soldier, we must endure, man. You know? We gonna endure, man. And we gonna depend on what Yahweh Shem Yahushua said he gonna do. He said he gonna lift up the standard. Let's get that up. It's Isaiah 49 and 19. I mean 90. Isaiah 59 and 19. Okay, let me get it in this app. Isaiah 59 and 19, and it reads. It says, so shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west. It says, and his glory from the rising of the sun. It says, when the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. Yeah, man. And that's what we waiting on, man. Hey, man, we gonna hold the Lord to what he said, man. Hey, the Lord, hey, he gonna lift up a standard against them, and we gonna be waiting for that lifting up, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we gonna be patient, and we gonna be enduring servants of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, waiting for him, man. You know what I'm saying? And trying to be worthy where he could choose us to do his work, man. Where he could choose us to lift up the standard in. You know what I'm saying? Man, maybe the Lord, maybe have did enough, so that we can continue on, and do the work, do His work. You know what I'm saying? And then maybe may the fishers be turned into hunters. You know what I'm saying? May we, you know what I'm saying? We fishing now. We trying to seal the elect. We out here fishing, casting our rod. You know what I'm saying? We that throwing that net in the sea, trying to get the good fish in the boat and cast the good fish in the boat. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get the elect, trying to seal the elect. You know what I'm saying? Maybe to show the elect here, they can wake up. Because the sooner the elect is sealed, the sooner we can get out of this sinful kingdom, man. But what I say, through much, we won't make it there, but through much tribulations, man. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna get there. It ain't gonna be no easy flight. It's gonna be a turbulent fight, man. So you gotta prepare. You gotta prepare for that turbulence, that ups and downs, man. You gotta prepare for it, man. And the only way you can prepare for it is having your faith, storing up your treasures, and doing the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. So with that being said, hey man, I would like to say all praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Krakadosh, double honors to the elders, apostles, GMS who rule well, and shalom to the whole elect.